still appears to motorists on the very spot in which she was tragically killed just before her wedding day. We've come to the site of the accident now, the old Chatham Road. It's quite a busy road, in fact. And Sean Tudor's here. Sean, you've investigated this story. What exactly happened on the night of that accident?
It was the night of November 19th, 1965. The time would be around about 10:50. And essentially it was a collision between a Ford Cortina Mark I carrying 4 young women, often described as being out on a hen night party. In fact, they were out to simply meet the groom and his friends, who were presumably drinking in a pub somewhere in the Maidstone area. On their run down the hill, as I said, the conditions were bad. The driver, the bride-to-be, was dazzled by the lights of an oncoming Jaguar. It was too late to avert the collision when the Jaguar impacted inside of the Cortina.
We spoke to Peter Parvin, one of the first police officers on the scene of the accident.
Well, it was in the autumn. I said we just started night duty, and we were based at Sutton Road. Actually, the garage there. There was a night crew area car. We had this report of an accident from our operations room. We got in the car, Ted Gilbert and myself, and we went up to Bluebell Hill. When we got there, we found the accident had taken place.
How soon after that did ghost stories start to arrive?
According to the first researcher case, the late Tom Harbour, Maidstone line switchboard operator, it was around a year after that he started to hear reports of a young girl who wanted to hitch a ride from passing motorists on the hill.
We spoke to Lawrence Walker, a local resident familiar with local legend.
There's 2 stories. One is people hit something and they think they've killed somebody. They go over a bump. They've reported it to the police have come, there's nothing there. And the other story is quite a few people have picked the girl up. She's got into the car, and when they've got to their destination, she isn't there anymore.
The reports that we had, obviously, Ted Gilbert and myself were interested in it because we were involved in the initial accident. There was always a young girl, standing beside the bus stop on Bluebell Hill. It's changed now, as you know, the layout of it. Always a sort of late in the evening, early hours of the morning, and always a middle-aged couple coming down the hill, seeing the girl waiting for the bus stop. I suppose being middle-aged men, they don't like the idea of the girl being out at this time of night. Stopped, and she said waiting for a bus, and obviously there was no bus coming, and she gave an address in Aylesford. Got in the back of the car, and the couple went down there, turned right, finished up in Aylesford, got to the address, looked in the back, nobody there. And this wasn't just reported once, it was reported quite a few times.
There's 2 old chaps that have moved to Spain that used to be regulars. They've seen her quite often because they used to live just up on Bluebell Hill, and they used to walk home from the pub. Okay, they had a couple of beers, but they experienced, and both of them told exactly the same story, how she was dressed in a long mac and long blonde hair.
Now, other people have reported just driving over something or crashing into something, and there's been nothing there.
Certainly the modern encounters involving named witnesses, reliable witnesses, involve a young girl in light clothing running out in front of the vehicle and being struck. Consequently, they'd stop, investigate, they'd find no damage on the vehicle itself, no sign of a body, and in panic in one case, alerting the police, and the police would come out and investigate and find the same. The police's conclusions, interestingly, and they seem to be confirmed from correspondence I've had with one officer who was here at the time, was that the only explanation was it was the ghost of Bluebell Hill, which is a rare admission for the police to make in those instances.
Well, I picked up a young lady, and she asked me if I would drop her off in Rochester. Mentioned to her father she was okay and that I dropped her off at home. And he sort of nearly broke down and said, well, that was my daughter and she died on the spot where you picked her up.
We came to believe there must be something in it because the address that the girl always gave was the address of one of the people who were killed in the car. I mean, you can't take it. We took it seriously, but obviously we couldn't prove anything or anything like that at all. And it's gone on and on and on all the time. You know, there's so many reported sightings of a similar kind. One of them led to believe there must be something in it.